The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow up 141. Nasdaq's up 98. S&Ps are up 14.5. We have gold down 420. Silver's off 6 cents. We have the bond market. You have the 10-year down 16 ticks, the 30 off a 1.5, and King Dollar's up 600 ticks at 97.05. What a market, huh?
It's a little wild.
Oh, man.
A little bit.
Just slightly. There's no doubt about it. That NASDAQ, man, you talk about going to the moon.
You see Jeff Bezos made like $5 billion last night. Now he's, I think, the third wealthiest person
in the world.
I told you, I love Amazon, too.
I do, too.
I think listen, I've ordered like 30 or 35 things this year.
Well, check this out, folks. This is how crazy this is. My earplugs are right here, right?
Yep.
Bottom line is that, we ordered some.
Did they show up?
They showed up.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered them 2 days ago.
Thank you, yeah.
On my account, because, it's Prime.
$12.
Yep. Zero
right?
shipping, 2 days.
Zero ship in 2 days, and we're talking about, I get 4 or 5 sets of them. I mean,
it's as cheap as you can go, too.
It's like insane.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It is.
So when we look at the market, and folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex product, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top or on the side. You can hit that banner. You can bring up the account. You can see how these contracts trade. Bottom line out here. Now, what was intriguing out here this morning to me.
There's a lot of intriguing stuff.
There's a lot of intriguing stuff. The gap on the NASDAQ futures was dramatic. Well, the whole market.
Like just from yesterday's close to this morning you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there was the earning numbers, right? It was Amazon. It's a bunch. No, Google, too, right?
Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Yeah. And what happens with Google, folks, is that you have 2 separate equities for Google. You have the Google that is traded forever. Then you have a new class of Google that is non-voting, but they both have a weighting structure inside the NDX 100.
Okay, yeah.
So what ends up happening is that they have a juice in it.
Sure.
Now, if we go over to the Nadex, what happened watch how this works, folks. The euphoria in the market this morning. What ends up happening is that the more euphoria that comes into the marketplace, what happens is that and this is where the VIX comes in, the less the premium is, okay? Because what ends up happening is that as the VIX continues to go down, the complacency in the market is amazing.
Sure.
So this morning, what was really intriguing to me is that, so we have these 80-point spreads, right? On a highly volatile day, I think I got the spread. I paid... outside what does happen is this: when you're outside the money, the bottom line is that you no doubt will pay less for it. Yeah.
This is the one you have from.
Yes.
So let's see. It's 46.10 is the upper end.
Right.
We're at 46.06.
Right.
And so you got in about 45.95, so paying about 9 points in premium.
I think I might have paid a little bit more.
That's your average price is 45.95.
Okay.
So and you're sitting at. Yeah, 46.04, so about 9.5 points.
Right.
Because you're basically right at break even. It's come down a little bit. We're at 46.05. We're at 46.06. But your max profit's at 45.30.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Yeah.
The tough part is that this market going down right now, like even you were saying earlier, is a little tough for sure.
No, that's my point. On a Friday. So what happened, folks, is that there was less premium in it because it would totally make sense that the market makers didn't need the premium in it because we were up 300 points yesterday.
Yeah.
You opened up 150 points in the Dow today.
Yeah.
You're on a Friday. I understood it. But I'm saying to myself, hey, risk reward, that's a nice deal.
I mean, it's basically a risk 150 for a max profit of 650. Right?
Per contract.
Yeah. Now, the upper end's at 46.10. You're getting into it at 45.95. So you're 15 points below the top of it. So that's where your max loss is coming in. Your 15 points that you're getting in. So if it expires right here, what's nice is that it's at 4,600. You're still going to get 10 points, 100 of that back.
Yeah, I know.
Right. So you're not out of complete. It's not all premium. There's some some value, which is nice.
When I put that on, it was all premium.
I don't think. Well, it depends what time you put it on.
Yeah,
because premium's going away. So
I put it on before the market opened.
909.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was more risky when I did put it on because it was over it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But when I looked at it, I says, "Oh man, I'll take that gap open." Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a gap opens well, this is what ends up happening, folks. Gap opens are dangerous, but after being up 300 yesterday, a gap open is a different ball game. And inside the context of the market, which is blowing my mind this morning, this happened yesterday, Tommy, is that the small caps, folks, can't perform. And the small caps, when the Dow is up 170 this morning, were negative. It's like, what's going on? That's insane.
Yeah.
That's very unusual.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? So I took that into consideration and I said to myself,
there's a few big stocks, big companies that could be moving a lot. It makes sense because think of the potential Amazon has, though. I mean, Jeff Bezos is going to control the internet practically. I mean, that's literally. I go anywhere, I go to buy Amazon. That's pretty amazing when you think everybody does.
The same thing. Once
you're in the lead there, how do you play catch up? And they don't even care about profits. That's the other scary part in terms of how do they get stopped when they don't even care about profits and they're making so much money and putting it all back into growth.
Let me tell you something, man. When that thing showed up on my desk, meaning these earplugs, and I'm looking at the bill and it's $12, and I'm saying, okay.
No shipping.
So
no time, right? That's what I think of all the time.
Zero time. Nothing.
Yep.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
For $12.
Right. You think about it. So even if
that's
I've
2 cups of Starbucks coffee.
Some
It is.
Now I know it is exactly. Yeah. So you got in it. I have the Nasdaq up here. So you were at 909. So it was floating up around here, and so you were. It was 4610 is the top of that bar.
Yeah.
So you were like a couple points above it. Right. So it's all premium, but I agree. It's an 80-point spread, and you're limited, which you can quantify your risk at 150, and that's a comfortable position.
Yeah, well, I mean,
there's volatility in the market for sure.
There's volatility, and what happens, folks, is this: it doesn't mean.
I mean, look at it right now. Since we've been,
it doesn't mean you got to keep it on all day. So, and in that aspect, it was what, a $300. Risk.
2 positions.
Yeah, a $300 risk, and you have
1,300 for max profit.
Yeah, I take that all day long.
Yeah,
even if I get half of that. I mean, that's a stretch even getting half of it, folks, on a day like today. But guess what? The volatility,
Yeah.
The key behind these contracts is to understand that it's defined risk. So, that's a different ballgame. You know what I mean? No, there's no doubt about that. So we had a good show in Vegas.
We did.
We saw Larry. Larry was growling and prowling. That was a beautiful thing.
Totally.
Andy Hecht. Rich Anderson. We met Rich Anderson, folks. He's an amazing guy.
Darrell was out there.
Darrell was out there.
Darrell was out there. That's why he wasn't doing his show, and he'll be back next week.
Right. Yeah.
It was. Lots of action on the binary front.
Yes.
In terms of different things coming about and kind of just making its way into more of people's minds and being aware of it, because it's amazing even at something like the Traders Expo that there's a lot of growth for the market there. And it's
huge.
Still early.
Huge. And we're going to get a couple of these guys on, folks, because we met Butch. There's a couple guys that
Butch Anderson.
Not only trade these a lot, but they have certain ways that they do trade them. And it was really cool listening to them. The market itself out here is going to be intriguing. You see, if we look at where's that Russell? Oh, the Russell's up 6 points now. Okay, so the Russell's getting a little traction now. But this market still in the aspect of exactly how it should hold. It's going to be intriguing watching this thing shake out. Because, see, on a fundamental basis, so picture this, and this is what I do too when I put myself in the position that if I did have a Google or an Amazon, and you had the run yesterday and the run today, the real key is that, okay, do I want to, go take off for a week?
And sell?
Yeah, because there's profits that are made $100,000, $200,000, $300,000.
I think Amazon's up 77%, I think, this year, something like that.
Right.
That's
So
staggering when you think about where they were from January. The company's almost doubled. Think of that.
No, totally. And here, I'll show you something.
We just talked about how much we both love Amazon, so it's like I really.
There's no doubt, but
when it controls everything,
I agree.
There's a few companies, and I don't even talk like this about Apple for a second. I really don't, because they are kind of, in my opinion, past that potential of just dominating everything because it's just such a tough market to dominate everything.
There's no doubt.
But Amazon, man, just
now that being said, watch what happens. Larry was bringing up this in the show this morning. Google had gapped the last earnings,
July 15th or so.
Google had closed at 565.
I remember that
Opens
day.
the next day at 674. Well, it took a month and a half to come back and fill the gap.
Okay.
Google today opened at 727. You're at 709. Bottom line is,
sure.
That's you make that much money overnight. People are going to look and say, hey, man.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with ever taking that kind of a profit. You can't go wrong ever. You really can't.
And so Amazon.
Put it in your pocket and start over.
They
did the same thing.
They're the same. It totally makes sense. I mean, it really makes sense.
Now, the market had some crazy crashes, not to knock those stocks in that, and it could in the same way. The Dow was down 1,000 points in that process, and that's what those charts are.
No doubt.
Kind of there for.
No doubt. It doesn't mean it's not going to be down again.
Yeah, but then it came back again too.
It did, man.
I mean,
it's come all the way.
Creating a case for selling there when you only had to wait 3 months for it to pop another 20% from that point is also worth.
Listen, man.
You just had to wait for the next earnings for another pop.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow up 121, Nasdaq's up 91, S&Ps are up 11. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 125. You get the Nasdaq up 91. S&Ps are up 11. And if we go inside that NDX 100, and you want to take a look at the strength versus the weakness, your number one leader inside the NDX 100 is Microsoft. That's up 525. Google's number 2 up 57. Amazon's 3 up 35. Now, taken away from it, there's a one stock, Stericycle, that's hammering it on the other side. That's down $30. You have American Airlines down $1.65, NXPI is down $3.35, and Dollar Tree's off $1.77. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How you doing? Listen, you had mentioned a spread that you did before the market opened.
Yes.
Could you do me a favor and go through your thinking as to why you picked that spread?
Yes,
I'm trying to figure out how you ride a bicycle. Okay.
No doubt. So what happens is this: I like trading two different things in the Nadex product. Just about every day, because see, I trade the NQs every day anyway in the future market. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I like the NQs is I like the weighting structure inside those equities because I'm so used to them because I've done it so long. Meaning, where's Apple going? I got to keep my eye on Apple. I got to keep my eye on the IBB. Of course, today out here, what you have is you have Microsoft, Google, Amazon. They're all big weighting structures. Microsoft's the biggest one out of that. Right. So what happens is that I like to get a 415 on, and then I normally trade the 8 to 10s and the 10 to 12s, and then sometimes the 12 to 2s. I don't trade those all the time, but I always trade the 8 to 10s, okay? So what the 8 to 10s are, folks, is that inside this platform, they have 2-hour ones and they have ones that are all day. Now, the 2-hour ones are only 10 points. So the 10-point ones, what I'd really trade, I trade those very quickly. I don't have to stay in those. I'll go in and out of those. If I get it right, I'll stay in it, and that's cool. Most of the time, though, if I get it right, I'll buy them back 1.2 points above the bottom of the box. And the reason I do that, what happens, folks, is that on a 10-point spread inside the NQs, that bounces around like that like crazy. Yeah. So if you get one spike down, you can't get them at the bottom.
And as Darrell, and I'm not sure if you call it the delta, but it starts moving very slowly at the bottom of each end. So you need to get substantial moves to get that last 1.2. Maybe.
Exactly. So you got to give them something, right? So on this one this morning, Mike, what happens is that I'm used to these 80-point spreads. And I was looking at it, and I've paid a lot more than, that premium to me this morning. And I felt the premium itself, even in the option market, was going to be very low today because the risk for everyone figures the market's going to go up. When everyone figures the market's going to go up, the premiums get crushed.
It would be really hard, I think, for it to tank hard unless some substantial news out of the blue came up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
and they know that. That's what they're pressing that.
Right, because that's the collective thought process, right?
People on the other side of the trade, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So in that thought process, Mike, what happened is that I looked at it, I says, man, I like the risk versus the reward on that one this morning.
I put it up there just so you can see exactly what, you got it at the 45.95, so you were comfortable risking the 300 with a max profit of 1,300.
Right.
I mean, that's...
And even if it makes 600.
And right now, just to put it, you're already up $85 on those 2 contracts.
Right.
So that's a 33% gain on, so you don't have to make that 1,300. That's what to go over and over, depending.
And it really had to do on that contract is that it doesn't take much selling, Mike, at all. And when you get a gap open so extensively like we had, let's put it this way. I was looking at where Google was trading, where Amazon was trading. It's like, hey, man, these things are going to gap dramatically.
And I think it's too bad we don't have Darrell. He could bring up those deviation numbers. I'm sure we're pushing on these types of moves. And you're just saying commonsensically, basically, that you're expecting a pullback because of how far it's went. In the same way, I'm sure we're approaching those at least one standard deviation just from yesterday's close easily to expect a pullback. And we've kind of gotten it. You can, you're at $110 profit now in that 300.
Right.
So,
and Mike,
and it's only 10:30.
Exactly. And what I always do, so watch, this is important, folks, for everything in the investment world. I'm always thinking how much money I can lose. Always.
Right.
Listen, if I've learned anything in life, folks, you're going to make a lot of money. It depends on how much you're going to lose making it. So there's seriously, because I've done it. You know what I mean? So plenty of people have done it. So what I tend to do, is that I think of how much I'm going to lose first. If I'm comfortable with my loss, the wins, when the wins come, when you're trading, you just keep taking them, or just investing. You know what I mean? And that's crucial. And so that's what I could lose versus what I could win. There was a good scene for me.
Okay.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks,
always great to hear from you, man.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. This is Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. Check out the Nadex platform right at TFNN, folks. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 121 right now. Nasdaq's up 94. S&Ps are up 12.5. And I want to show you, Tommy and I were just looking at this intraday, what the market's doing right now. If you take a look at the S&P futures or the Nasdaq futures, folks, what you're going to see is that we just tested that first bar on the way down. So at 0930 this morning, what you had is that, the market gaps open. S&Ps were at 2074. Well, that first leg down took it at the 2062, and in the E-minis, you had 125,000 contracts. Well, we just came down a point above that, and you only had 72,000. So that's going to build some cause there to try and go after that.
We're at that point for sure.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the NASDAQ too?
Yes. Yep. And so the correlation is really cool because it's in both of them too.
Yeah,
and it's pretty,
It looks almost a little bit cleaner and obvious for me.
And the NASDAQ?
Yeah, just because right on the open there was that a little bit deeper dive down.
Right. And look at the spike at the bottom, how much volume. And you can see, now we just came down to that level, and it doesn't have the energy to break that.
Yeah, it's got a little pop.
Yeah, when it should,
Yeah.
And now one of the things that you look at.
This is looking at it the same way. I mean, this is the drive down.
Look at that, yeah.
So, I mean, Nadex has some nice charts too.
They do,
I always
man.
say this to you. I mean, it's really simple, really easy, real clean. I mean,
They are clean.
This is the 930 bar right here. That's the drive down.
Yep.
That's 935. So this is about 940.
Right.
We get the pop and literally at the same exact level.
And you see what you're going against. What you're going against, folks, is the sign of strength. Over to your left-hand side.
Yeah.
That's the sign of strength, and that's a normal occurrence.
I mean, this is when it's so clean, and we always talk about maybe you could easily just try and trade this range all day.
You can.
You can. Who says that you might get stopped out real quick on each side? And
no, you absolutely can.
It's 30 points.
It's
in
huge.
The Nasdaq, and most of the Nasdaq spreads, besides the master spread, you're talking 30 or 40 point spreads. So you could have a range that bounces around.
Exactly. Yeah. I know, which is just amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about that.
So this spread you have on here, I'm sure people are wondering what your plan is. If this is are you just going to let this play out throughout the day and looking for more action? Do you have?
No, what I'll probably do.
I I mean, I know your losses are probably capped, so you're not as worried about taking money off the loss side. But in terms of where it could bounce on the winning side, or
yeah, like let's picture 12:30, 1 o'clock.
yeah,
If that profits up to like maybe 225, I'd probably take one of them off.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah, sure.
And then because if I take one of them off, what's happening then, folks, is that I only have a $25 defined risk.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
not bad
It's not.
for $25 to make what? Still 600.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. No, for sure.
You know, so
and like you say, Friday afternoon, it could probably be calm, but anything could
if
happen.
I can't picture like
Yeah, especially if by then. It would take a substantial. Somebody, the Fed
exactly.
saying somebody, Draghi saying something
Exactly.
again, Obama saying something would have to
Right.
spur on.
Right.
Because it's not going to happen itself.
No, the volatility, you know, will stay pretty good up until then. And if this market stays up and it's, you know, by 130, you know, that market very well could not only just stay up, it could run higher into that close.
So, you know, it's interesting just looking at real quick. And of course, you know, the moves we've had are substantial. And
Yeah.
but again, every binary contract on a weekly basis, which I like the weeklies on the positive side, but every single one expired, you know, in the money. Basically by a long way, almost by 100 NASDAQ points.
Wow.
So,
Look at that, huh?
You know, these, and we've went through this before where every single one, obviously, with the moves we're having. But, you know,
There's a big
pull out-
money move, yeah.
No, I mean, you know, some of those binaries, and we'll talk more about it for sure. But I wish I had seen, you can just go over, I mean, there's 20 to 1 shots there. And
Right.
we've pulled it up multiple times within the last 8 to 10 weeks where every single one. So no matter what side you played, if you were just playing volatility, they've definitely come in.
Yeah, because we've had those types of moves. You've had 100-point moves inside the NQs. You've had
easily.
30-point moves inside the
Just in the
S&Ps.
last 48 hours, if you were playing earnings on Amazon and
That would be a good time to do it too.
there's a lot of premium in it, you know, on
Yeah.
the same side. It'd be good to see what those prices were for the weeklies on Monday or Tuesday, knowing that those earnings were
Interesting.
coming down the pipeline.
Yeah,
Because-
right.
But either way, we're 100 points over the highest binary. I mean, they blew
That's
it away.
pretty
It wasn't even
wild,
close.
man.
Yeah. And you know what those binaries
And
look like in terms of
if
a
you're in your
risk
car,
reward.
folks, what Tommy's talking about, can you explain to them that the list that
Well,
we're
what
looking
they
at?
do, so this is the weekly binaries on the NASDAQ 100. So
Yeah.
what they're going to do is prior, you know, to the week beginning, they're
Right.
going to set these around where the market was. Now, I can, you know, not even looking at it, I can see that they went from 4,350 to 4,500.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that the market was sitting right in the middle of those. It would
Yep.
have been sitting at about 4,420.
Okay.
You know, and on either side, basically, the highest value was only 44.92 because that's going 75 NASDAQ points on a weekly basis for a binary, which
Right.
would be a good risk reward in terms of what you'd be able to pay. It's just, this is the stuff in the demo that I really started
That's
out with. You know, the
that's
binaries
awesome.
and
Yeah.
seeing, you want to know what moves are potential. Because if you know what moves are potential, then you can decide where you're comfortable with making some of those far outreach risk
Right.
reward plays. You know,
Right.
whether it's a 10 to 1 or 21. They're going to lose so often. But this week, every single one would have cleared on the positive side.
That's pretty amazing, man. Yeah.
That's where maybe
that's the
Darrell talking
volatility.
about the multi-legs. You could have bought one on each side, maybe, you know, if you were looking for
Yeah.
big moves. You know, and you're only talking about from the lower end to the upper end of their entire binary selection is only 150 NASDAQ points, which,
Which this week was nothing.
if you're looking, it's only 75 points from where they're up or down from where.
We were up 175 NASDAQ points, folks, from yesterday to today.
Yesterday, when you were doing your show, you were
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, now that was at like after the earnings came out.
After we were up 90 points, and then when the earnings came out, we went up 100. Well, we went up an additional 60,
Yeah.
and then last night we were up an additional 70 pre-market today, folks. Okay.
2 back-to-back amazing days. Right now.
Yeah, big time too. You know, there's no doubt
I think
about
we have
that.
another caller.
Let's go to Mark. Hey, Mark, what's going on in Fort Collins?
Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. I guess it was that ABC, wasn't it? Up.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Slightly.
A little more than that. What is it?
Yeah.
1 to 1 what?
Yeah.
I didn't even figure it out. But,
Monster, no doubt.
Yeah. So yesterday I went short the IYRs. I kind of said to me, hey, take a look at that at the end of the call, but I don't know if you ever did.
Yeah.
Why don't you just
And
bring down this screen?
so put it on a weekly, and it tested out that swing from 817 at the doing it on quite a bit less volume. Even if more comes in today, it's still going to be light. And it had a round number high of 77 today. So I just thought I'd point that out to you guys as a potential short.
Look at that. So the IYR, folks, okay, this is the commercial real estate index, okay? This is all the big mall owners, Simon Properties, #1. Then you get American Tower, Public Storage, Equity Real Estate, Equity Residential, rather, Prologix, Boston Properties. I mean, these guys are monsters. And so when we go back over and we take a look at where this is trading, so you're coming right back up. Look at that. That's pretty cool, man. You're coming right back up into ICE, which is, let's see, on a weekly, that's 66 million, and you just come in there with 35. Yeah, no, I can see what you're looking at. And, you know, you come back down the other side into this 68 level, you know, I can also see that. You know what's intriguing in this, on a fundamental basis too, Mark and folks, is this. So picture, everyone thought that the commercial real estate would basically get worse than the residential real estate after the crash, okay? But what happened is this, is that because interest rates stayed so low, right, the amount of debt that was in the commercial real estate market, they got to refinance all the debt. So they actually made a fortune, folks, okay? Isn't that wild how that ended up playing out? Now, that being said, where's the next squeeze out? There's no more financial engineering there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can see that on that basis also, Mark.
They're probably fully leveraged at really cheap debt, and now they just have to start growing the company, right?
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? You brought the debt down. It's, you know, and so now it's like
made the most of that opportunity, and now they need to go forward.
Right. And then when you look at the retailers, meaning the clothing retailers and regular retailers in general, are getting killed in the market because of Amazon. So we're not shopping as much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that trade, Mark.
Okay, good. Yeah. Just wanted to see what you thought of that. And
well, particularly, too, because you see on that 2013, see that downdraft there? That's pretty amazing. I mean, that's what it's come up to, too. See, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
You know, because that's
a nice spot to...
It is. To have it back against the wall.
To oscillate around, right?
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, well, good.
Cooking, brother.
All right, have a good one.
Okay, man, have a great one. So isn't it wild that, you know, we started the conversation out with Amazon, and Amazon's going to affect that. Not all the time, because there is office space there.
Amazon can affect everything, for sure.
Well, Simon Properties is the biggest owner of malls in the United States.
I mean, I say it seriously. Amazon could affect everything. I mean, I don't go shopping for any of those menial things. As long as I know it can be free shipping under my Prime, and that I can get the best deal, I go right to Amazon. So that says a lot, because they literally almost have everything, down to earplugs, all the way to when I was redoing my house, buying tubs and full construction, getting free delivery. So think about that.
Free delivery in tubs.
Earplugs to literally sinks, faucets, tubs, for shopping the price around legitimately, not even just going for the shipping. I mean,
no, which is great.
Competing with Home Depot and Lowe's, I mean, that says a lot on that front, and competing down to the people you're competing with when you're talking about literally batteries, whether it's earplugs, everything.
Right.
Yeah. They compete across the board.
If you haven't tried it, folks, and Amazon's not an advertiser, go try it.
Yeah.
Because
and we talk about their content's amazing. I see that they're, and we haven't even used that.
I know.
Just going on street.
And you get that for free.
Yeah.
Well, so we pay for Prime, but it's
right. We don't use it because it's not even, we don't even need it to still get value out of Prime. And there's so much more that we could. Yeah.
And what does happen, which I really dig, is that when you pull it, as you just said, when you pull the product up, you're looking at the product, and you see the competition's right there.
So I've talked about this before. If anybody's out there, Amazon, the site I believe is called camelcamel.com. And if you enter the URL of any Amazon product, that site will tell you the entire price history for that product on Amazon. So
that is so cool.
Everything is always, 20% off, 15% off, marked down today. You can literally, and it shows you in graph form where that product has been priced on Amazon for the last however long it's been active. So you can see, this is at the high price of the pricing cycle, where just last month it was $10 cheaper. They've priced it up right now.
Really?
Or you can see this really is the most affordable this product has ever been on Amazon. I know I'm getting a good deal. Camelcamel.com, I believe. Look at that.
That is so cool,
I use it all the time. You just put the URL in. It's a great way. I know.
That's crazy.
for how big Amazon is, not enough people know that you can instantly, and you're almost price shopping against Amazon.
Yeah, because Amazon don't want everyone to know that.
No,
yeah,
no,
right.
no.
Not even close. Yeah,
Yeah.
not even close.
I'm sure they don't make the most money when that product is the cheapest it's ever been, and that's what I enjoy.
Right.
Isn't that interesting? But, everything is there for sure.
And now the world knows, Tom. That's right.
There we go. Let's hope so. Let's hope a few people know.
I love that, man. I can't wait to try that.
Yeah, camel. I know. Free advertising for Amazon and them. Yeah.
And we save a fortune. Because you know what's so cool about that is that when you're saving money, folks, it's so cool because when you actually figure out percentage-wise, let's say if you make $100, you got to pay $33 in tax, right? To the government, whatever. So when you're saving money, you're really saving more than you think because you're going to make less.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
and everything is information just when you're trading or when you're purchasing stuff off of Amazon. And there's enough information on the internet that you shouldn't be the person that's buying that product for more expensive, paying shipping. You should be getting the best deal. It's very easy.
Yeah, it is.
Especially right now. It is.
Amazing. So, bottom line looks like this is just oscillating. Not a huge.
Yeah, we could be right in that range, like we talked about.
Yeah.
It would. I bet if Darrell were on here, he would talk about these just taking premium.
He would
in between
on both sides.
These two sides,
especially on a Friday. You can see
these conversations.
You can see that happen.
It's a similar move we've always seen. The market's kind of exhausted where it's going to be, whether it's overnight, and it's just going to be in a, and we. Now the crazy thing is the 30 points. That's a big percentage move. On a daily basis.
It is.
When you're talking about the whole index is only 4,600, and you're going 30 points. That's over 0.5%.
No, it's huge. And I can tell you from the aspect of where I'm going to be, if this market, I suspect it's going to, we're going to test the highs or the lows, and how that next test comes in is going to tell me what I want to do with this position.
Yeah.
Because if the market gets too tight either way, we're going to stay there flat. And then my risk really gets up too high because of where I'm only 4 points out of the money there, right?
Let's look at, you have some premium that you have in here right now that you could take.
Yeah, right.
Because the market's at 45.97.
Yep.
And you'd be able to buy it back right now at 45.90.
Yeah. So I got 7 points.
So that's going to deteriorate. So if you think it really is,
which is $140.
So you're paying for premium right now. So the moment you think that market's just going to fizzle out for the rest of the day, you don't want to be paying for premium.
No.
You want to take that premium off the table. Take it.
Take it, baby. You stay right there, folks. Tommy O'Brien, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We're going to be coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top, on the side. You can bring it up. As Tommy is saying, they'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And it's crucial that you really trade these like that first so you understand how these move.
And what's cool is you can see, why not do it maybe now? Do it over the weekend when you have some time. So Monday, Tuesday, because then you can take a look at the weeklies too, because you can't learn anything on Friday morning looking at the weeklies when the market's above every single binary.
Right.
And even the spreads we're seeing now are very premium based out of the middle of that.
Exactly.
And as far as the binaries, I really like the weeklies because you're going to have some spread in there between the bid and the ask. So as we've talked about, I'm not comfortable trading them on a short-term basis very quickly. That's a little tough because you're paying a little premium. But on the weeklies, where you're not trading them as heavily, and you're not going to be paying the bid and the ask twice, that's where I like them. And you can see, that's why I pull that up and I show it, because I like looking at the weekly binaries. And because I've seen it enough when every single strike gets hit. I say, well, you could have played the furthest end on the bid or on a buying a binary and selling on the.
That's pretty intense.
Yourself out. Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
And it makes more sense too, because of course you have more time, and we're in a wicked volatile market.
Right.
Right. I mean,
and what's amazing is it would have been good to see what the pricing was, and I'll try and do it next week. We can talk about it next Friday. We'll pull up the pricing on Monday, Tuesday about some of those, but really this week. And maybe Darrell will have maybe he was trading them himself, he knows, because of the earnings, to see how that was priced in. And that's what's cool about the demo. There's different days, there's different pricing. So don't think you pull it up, the weeklies, I can get 20 to 1 because that's where they are on Monday. Well, maybe last week they weren't going to give you 20 to 1 because maybe they know that the market had a huge pop either way. So
well, I remember one of the biggest days that Darrell had, because we were on the air together, and he had placed the trade, I believe, in the morning on his show, and I had him on the afternoon, and it was Google earnings.
Okay. I remember that. It was the last one, wasn't it? It was 3 months ago.
I think it was the last one.
Yeah. Point.
I mean, it was like an insane move, you know. And I believe, and it wasn't a directional move that he had done. Do you know what I mean? So it was pretty cool, man.
He had a pop going either way, right?
He
was playing. Yeah,
he did.
I think I remember that too.
You know?
I do.
Yeah. So, you know, it's great understanding how these move, folks. Okay, and the defined risk part of them, you know. And by the way, I happen to like the NQs. The bottom line is that if you're in the gold market, if you're in the oil market, you know, the currency market, you know, currencies are big.
And that's where, again, you know, you have to become familiar with what each movement, whether it's a tenth of a point or a full point, means to each spread. So in the NQ, the NASDAQ 100, US Tech 100, every tenth of a point is $1. Right. But that's going to differ as you get into the SPY or the Dow 30 or the currencies, the gold. Exactly.
Now look what it's doing again.
That's why I pulled it up. I know it's right back there.
It's right at the end of the bottom of the range right now, folks. And you know, you know, if it doesn't have the juice, guess what?
If you weren't already in it, you could easily be buying here with a stop.
That's right. That's right. Or you can flip that position around.
You could, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's moved 20 points since you got into it.
Yeah.
So that's worth you know, that's 1/3 of a percent.
Yeah.
In an hour and a half on an index. I just, you know, people forget about how big that is.
Listen, man, I know because...
So don't be afraid to take those profits. That's all I'm saying.
That's
right. When you're like, oh, it's moved 20 points, but it's moved, you know, 200 in the last 2 days. That doesn't mean that you're going to get you're comparing it to 4 to 5% index moves, which is...
That's right. And if you just think back in the course of it, if I had a 20-point move like 4 months ago, that'd be like so great to be insane, you know? You stay right there, folks. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next. Nico and Paige, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, and we'll be back here this afternoon. Thanks, brother.
Good stuff,
Appreciate it. Have a great one. Have a safe one. We look forward to speaking here. Right back here this afternoon, folks. Look at him.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.